E.V.O.
Okay, it looks like, oh, I do hear myself. I hear an echo. That means we're definitely going. This is one of the rarest games on the SNES for reasons I'm not quite sure. We'll go. First off, we got this game has a for you afternoon Europeans. You got hopefully got your afternoon tea, and here in the U.S. you got your coffee. So we got a nice little drinking game coming up that we'll be doing during this game. So, and if you're in Australia, then it doesn't matter what time of day it is. So. We'll get to start in just a moment. Once I hit the, once we get through this first thing, the timing will start when I hit B. So we'll hit it together. So about, let's see, 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, I'm excited. Yeah. That was So I was listening to the other two runs before this, and like I've got to feel like I'm involved as well. So this has one of the best soundtracks in the history of the SNES. Because that's what they were saying on the other run. We might as well do it now. What's interesting, what's really fantastic about this game is the backgrounds. I really love this cloud background that they have at the on the ocean here. This is actually an equal opportunity insulter in a way that both you science people and you religious people will hate this game. It is totally accurate, though. It's completely factual. And you guys can talk about that, as we go on as well, how factual this game is, how you just grab crystals and you turn into things. The story is really kind of funky. It doesn't even make a whole lot of sense. These orange crystals, this is the only one I have to get. It just tells you how things work and how evolutions work. Basically, you kill things, eat their meat that they leave behind, get experience points, you evolve better things, and you kill things. That's basically all you need to know. It's a SNES game, right? Now, okay, hopefully, oh gosh, this red crystal here I'm going to pick up is the only one in the game where you don't know exactly what evolution you're going to get. We're looking for one over the other, so let's see what we get here. Come on, come on,
Come on.
come on,
Come
come
on.
on. Of course I got right.
Never lucky.
No, it's about 50-50 too, so it's 100% what I expected. This is going to cost me about 30 to 45 seconds over the course of the run, and I have absolutely zero control over it. You can see how fast I run. I can't even kill these guys. So what we're going to do is we're just going to screen them off. This screen, we have to get rid of all these guys for the story to progress. And God, I'm so slow. Though this was my last practice run, I did get this, so it's not something that's unexpected. It's a marathon, so you expect the worst luck. This is actually not going too bad. Once we hear it's not as good as I thought it was. There we go. So slow. So what we're going to do here is we got to make up some experience. We're planning on getting 200 experience out of that area with the other evolution. We don't have that because we're so slow. So we're going to try to make it up here. This is where the time loss comes in, not just on not being able to go as fast. And go back to the drinking game. The drinking game, there's a couple things. When I start jumping, when I get out of Chapter 1, there'll be jumping. If I do it while facing backwards, it's you take a sip of your drink. If I boing, like I just did right there, that was not intentional. Oh, that's bad. Okay, you're aware. All right, now I've got to actually concentrate here. Let's see what I do. Okay, we're good. I just didn't want him to bite me. We're all right. See, this actually shows you a good mechanic that everybody uses in this game. I was at 2 health. I do an evolution, and now I'm at full health. That's something that's taken advantage of a lot, especially in being safe in the run. Oh, hey, you didn't hit me. That's surprising. So we're about to make up our 200 experience points here. Do I get this good luck? Oh, he didn't even spawn. That's fantastic. All right. We're going to kill these guys because they give 40. Hopefully it gives me a rainbow meat. Rainbow meat is a random special meat that doubles or gives you an extra amount, and I screwed that up. That's all right. So we kill 5 of these to get the 200, unless we get the we got a rainbow meat. Nice. Oh, gee. Okay. Yes, please clap for randomness that happened. That's a positive thing.
You mean you didn't generate that?
No, I didn't generate that, All right, now we got a couple stages coming up here. This one is a pretty simple stage, so if we got any donations to start off, we're definitely good. Here we're just trying to skip, go through this screen without getting hit. So go ahead.
Sure thing. We have a $15 donation from Anonymous. It says, "To the old games that mean something. May we not forget how soon the good ones made the better ones we remember better. Games make the world better, and this is a runner's choice."
Ooh, runner's choice. I have to look at that when I go on. I was asked right before the run. I was like, oh yeah, there's that option. I didn't even know. Oh, we got flappy gums. That's always fun to get flappy gums. Basically, you keep your momentum going in to a screen, and I didn't want to do that. So, if I stop my dash right as I'm going into a screen, it'll do it. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, the things talk that you don't expect to, and also, yeah. If you want play this game, get really used to the cutscenes. You won't be seeing the text box as much, but yeah, it's a trip. All right, I'm going to let Sky talk about this shark boss because she is fearful of it completely. So go ahead and talk about this shark boss I'm coming up to.
So one of the key things to this game is, and especially with this Kurlash boss, is you're going to be comboed or you're going to combo the boss. There's going to be no other variants to it. And so what Darkwing's going to do here is he's going to use his fin and basically combo the boss into a wall. There's some very particular movement that needs to happen here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be fine. Yep, there we go.
Easy every time. Very nice, Darkwing.
That's a big time loss if you lose it. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably one of the scarier boss fights in the whole game, I would say.
Okay, we're going to save this. We're doing this as any percent. No, we're not doing New Game Plus. So it's what happens in this game. You can save your evolutions into one of 50 slots, and it carries over into your battery. So I have that slot fit with this particular evolution every time. But in the spirit of keeping this not New Game Plus. Oh shoot! I screwed that up. We're not going to get the thing, are we? That was too efficient. You can go through this time gate a little bit faster. I don't think I'm going to get it now because I didn't land where I wanted to. Yeah, there's usually you save about 2 seconds and he goes through the time gate faster, and it's kind of a glitchy way to go through it. But 2 seconds lost. You get to see more of me. Thank you. I like how that was like completely. There was like no reaction to that. All right, chapter 2. We're going to get it out of swimming now and into the actual meat of the game. A lot of
See what you did there.
Yeah. We'll get a little bit more cutscenes into the. Basically, what happens in this game. There's some overwhelmingly otherworldly sources that are affecting the evolution of this planet. And we'll get a lot of cutscenes where we'll just fly through them and won't see what they're saying. But they're saying it's good for the planet, and the grammar is pretty bad because it's a Japanese translated game. Speaking of this Japanese version, this is probably a good time for Sky to talk about it. She plays more the Japanese version. We're playing the American version, which is actually surprisingly a little bit harder. Most of the time, Japanese games are harder, but this one is actually a little bit harder, and Sky can tell you why.
The vast majority of the differences between the J version and the US version actually lie in the bosses. I'll talk about that a little bit as we get closer to the Dino battle, because that one's a bit longer. But most certainly the text is obviously longer in the J version, and the bosses are a little bit different. The shark is actually really easy in the J version, much easier to just unlock him, and I believe he has less HP as well.
Yeah, we see the ocean of Pange there instead of Pangea because of text limitations. And that koala fish just said, well, who calls it koala fish? Someone calls it koala fish, but they're saying that it's too hard to evolve, so they're staying as they are because that's exactly how science works.
The yellow crystals will give additional story, but we don't have time for that.
We don't have any need for it. We're actually coming across on one of in a no reset run, in a regular PB attempt, that this boss is not a problem. but he's actually a problem in no reset, because in the very small chance that you really screw up this fight, you're going to have to reset. I'm going to use, you saw me grab that green crystal. Green crystal lets you return to those evolutions you saved. And, oh, there's no guy here. So we're using a green crystal here. Turn into this form. Now we're a fish on land, or kind of a fish out of water, but we can jump for whatever reason. We can jump. And we can swim along land in the overworld. We'll see swim through this land, this nice yellow fish just swimming through the land.
And the fish cannot bounce, unlike the other creatures.
And that's a problem here that we try to get. Okay. Oh, I didn't get a jump. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, this is really bad. All right. Can I get through the boss? This is actually really scary. So, if not, remember, we're going to have to use the safety save I've got if I don't get him reasonably fast here.
Now, Darkwing can recover health here if the initial nose is broken, so we'll see if that happens here.
Oh, you got
Didn't
it.
even need
That was
it.
such a good fight. Oh, wow. All right. All right. One of the one-time drink events, so you get ready to take a drink of your tea, is if we hit this elder Ikustega here. He's a friend of ours, but we're kind of, we don't care. He's in our way, so we're going to hit him with our little horn here, it looks like. And they're going to run off. Oh, he's not. And then I lose the evolution. All right. So because I got hit so quickly, or I got stun locked in that run screen, I'm able to get through with the fish another screen or two, but with how much I got stun locked, I had to have an extremely good fight, or I could have had to reset there. So that was almost the absolute ideal fight that I had. It could have been one thing could have gone a little bit better, but it was very good. Now we got, okay, go ahead.
I was just going to talk about movement really quickly.
Yeah.
So these stages, even though it looks like there's a lot of running through it, there's actually a lot of movement tech going on. You want to be able to bounce off the creatures properly so you can progress through the stage as quickly as possible.
Yeah, your movement speed is higher in the air rather than your run speed. So when possible, you'll see him just bounce and daisy chain that bounce off of different enemies.
It's a different pattern I'm used to. Okay, we're all right. All right, this next screen is just me jump dashing through, hopefully. So we got a time for a donation.
Sure thing. We have $20 from Mr. Swade. He says, "Hey, Mr. Swede here. Good luck, Darkwing Duck. I love how your runs of this game have evolved over time.
Good one.
Very gradual change we can believe in." We also have $50 from Royal Blue Wizard, who says, "Shout out to Darkwing Duck. Good luck with your E.V.O run, and don't let the Tyrannosaurus Rex fight be the thing that wrecks your day."
That's going to be a strong boss when we get to it.
May you have all the rainbow meats. Also, told you you'd get couch skybills. Thank you all for doing a great marathon for MSF, a fantastic organization. Also, of course, Ray, that marathon luck.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. All right, this is King B. Let's see if I didn't do it right. There's a little bit of time. He's not too bad, but we have to kill all these larvae here, and we pick up a few here just so because once the meats have to go off screen before the boss spawns. All right, he's actually one of the easier bosses. Like you can even not play it well and still be fine. So it's not that critical a boss like the last one was. Of course, I screwed up like badly. Okay, it's all right. Oh, and then I do that. It's time wasting. But okay. Oh, there's a backwards jump. That's a drink for you. Okay.
So the creature he's making here is pretty much maximized for movement speed and agility.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Name of the game here is going as fast as possible, so you want to get these evolutions. When you play this game casually, like especially when I was a kid, you want to get the, you think the bottom or most expensive evolutions are the best. That's not necessarily true. You won't see me do any sort of evolution for defense. Oh, okay, we gotta redo that. Wow, landed in front of it. Wow, this is sound in my ear from this stage is unique. I'm not used to that. That was like very encompassing.
Immersive experience.
Yeah, it was really new. It was surprising.
So this is essentially going to be our vehicle form for the rest of the game. We're always going to be changing back into this form via the green crystals, and that's important even more so. Our movement speed is going to have to be perfect because we need to last the maximum amount of screens possible to save as much time as possible through this form.
Now, one of the odd things is that you can only have one green crystal in inventory at a time. So if you have one and grab another one, you just lose it. You don't actually gain the benefit of it. So it's all about maximizing when you use it. All right, Queen Bee. For a lot of you guys who've played this game, you hated this boss with a passion. So you get to see it in its true form, in her true form. Okay, 6. And this is where I shouldn't say that until I actually beat her. This is not a masked fight. Oh, she's getting off into a weird pattern. Dang it. Oh, I missed. Yeah. She only has like 5 left. 30 hits, 150 HP. Not the best fight, but good enough. Okay, we
Just
gotta
like
make
the end
sure
of chapter 1, we're going to save this creature.
Yeah. It's very important that we save him. Because as Sky mentioned, that's a good way of putting it. This is the vehicle that we're going to go through that a lot. Because this guy is,
Yeah.
he looks he plays as pathetic as he looks.
He's deficient.
Yeah. He's actually the worst stat character in this game, the level 3 base one, because the fish is a little bit faster, I think, and the base amphibian actually jumps a little higher. This guy is the weakest in the game. All right. Chapter 3. We're coming across 2 really scary bosses here. The biggest one in the game, as far as for RTA attempts are concerned. But we'll get there soon. We'll talk about that. We get to see the power of the green crystal here. We're not even going to look at this guy much. We're just going to get right into our previous form. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, left, to the right. More cutscene. Whispering coming from somewhere, which you find out later. Spoilers, is the moon. That was going on in the other runs, huh? Something about the moon. This is a very moon-heavy block of games. Actually, no, it's not the moon, it's Mars. Even more so. That guy's actually very difficult to drop on. And this is where we get a lot of... It's much faster to hop on enemies than it is to land and dash jump, so that's what we want to do. Okay, let's see if we can get this green crystal. That's the backup. Yeah. All right, we want this crystal to last until I at least jump on the Stegosaurus stage, which is 3 stages away. 4 stages away.
Yeah, there's an important property for that screen. So if you start a jump and then you lose your green crystal power in the air, you'll maintain your airspeed until you hit the ground again. So you can actually jump as the amphibian. You'll turn back into the slow reptile.
Take a look at the Dolomin of Brosaurus
Nice.
there. Nice job, editing team. Dolomin, that's my favorite stage of Brosaur. Shout out to Brosentia. That's his ancestors right there. That guy's so incredulous. Wonder what happened to him. All right, we got to get a jump off here. This is actually fine. We'll lose our crystal while we're in the air here. Of course. Of course I get that. All right. We're going to have to do this a little earlier than we want. That's a possibility. The Stegosaurus can move a little bit right there, and I don't get it. See, there it was fine. Didn't matter. All right, so we lose a few seconds there, which is fine. We'll lose that crystal form earlier than we want later. But the most important question of the day coming up right now. You do not like slime? And I'm amphibian, so of course I like slime. But the mama frog didn't like that I was antagonizing her kids. Ribbit, ribbit. I'm just going to do it this way. Not a good fight, but we got through it. That's another risky since I'm fighting this in crystal form, if I really botch it, I lose the form and I can't kill the boss because of how bad the dino form is. So long as we get through it, we're fine, and we got through it, and we got all the meats. You don't want to kill them too far right because you can lose one of the meats, and you have to have all this experience, E.V.O points.
So that boss can be a bit difficult to hold into a stun lock just because, as you saw during that fight, you're actually not stunning the boss in its first form. You're stunning it as its legs are extending, and that's a really tough thing to actually assess while that's going on. Yeah,
and I actually knocked him back more times in the early part of the fight than I usually do, so it was kind of unexpected. So I usually want to have the amphibian form through this part of the game. This screen, but I'm not going to get that opportunity. So this guy's a little bit slower, but he's okay. We're coming up on the dino fight. I'm just going to focus on that and let you guys go here.
So there's an important difference here in the English versus Japanese version. So in the English version, you have to kill 10 dinos, and in Japanese is 4, I believe, right, Sky?
In the J version, yes, in order to get enough XP. So you kill the 4, and then you can phase out the rest of the dinos just by walking back and forth. So right here, we're using the combo. This form's actually a bit tougher to use. And what's going to happen is once Darkwing transforms, we're going to see a very different and amazing strategy where he's going to kill 2 of these T-Rexes at once. We call it doubles.
Backwards jump. Sorry, go ahead.
So here, Darkwing has to make sure he gets the green crystal for the beginning of the next chapter, because yes, crystals do carry on to the next chapter. You're going to need that for our vehicle again.
And these T-Rex will kill him in 1 hit, so any mistake here means he has to start again.
So the difficult part of the fight is done, which is good. We're going to go up on 2 legs. Get the extended neck. The hitboxes are a little bit different. Here comes doubles.
Double T-Rex.
Gave it to me pretty easily there, although that's really scary. He didn't come at me.
And killing him in the corner is a time save, because you don't have to have them get knocked back and chase them down. Just chain bite as fast as you can. Double T-Rex again, very risky.
1 more. I'm just going to grab that because I'm scared.
You have to watch that day-night transition. Can lag the game just a little bit, and that's all it takes.
Very impressive fight,
very
though. Nice doubles, Darkwing.
I say I get that about 50% of the time. And 2 of them were nice to me and gave them, although one of them was it's much easier, because you have about, 4 to 6 frame window to do that. And saddest cutscene in the history of video gaming. So we'll talk a little bit about the run while we try to get over our grief on this cutscene. So you got about maybe a 4-6 window to hit that a single dinosaur before, if you're early, you miss and he bites you. If you're late, he bites you before you hit him. Now, if those guys aren't aligned together, that narrows the window down. And one of them was probably in a 2-frame window range where they were just separated enough to where you could get it, but it was much riskier. So it was that's a tremendously scary fight. Like the rest of the run doesn't matter. The fact that I got the double dinos, 2 of them were really cooperative, is fantastic. So I'm happy for the rest of the game. And he's got molten rock on his back. I mean, it's not even pleasant. They get meteor shots to the face. It is just so sad.
Direct impact to dead baby dinosaurs.
Yeah, and the music is so atmospheric to tell you how bad it is. Like, listen, this goes on for like 4 minutes. This is like, if you want to listen to it, it's like a 4-minute now okay, now we're back to normal. Pick up and move on. Progress.
So once again, for the last time in the game, we're going to be back to 0 experience. So what's going to happen is we're going to use the vehicle again. Now, the only issue is in this chapter, the vehicle, amphibians are nice. They don't get along at all. So
Yes.
the movement's going to be a bit more difficult than usual.
Reptiles don't get along with ice either, and we're going to play around a little bit here. I can't say I'm just going to jump because running on this is just not going to work. So we're just jumping the entire time. I'm not even going for dash jumps there. Because, yeah, you'll see it here. I'm going to try to get my dash going, and it sometimes takes time to get it actually running properly. I got it there. All right. And we're at the Cave of Judgment. We got these ghosts, Triceratops, and they're going to, they have to judge us. So I must judge you. Okay, we succeeded. We're going to go into a mammal because I'm pretty sure mammal is the absolute fastest. Bird is faster in a task form, so they're pretty similar. We're doing mammal this time because it's a little bit easier, I think, overall, because you don't have to really grind in Chapter 3 to get your bird built up for that Tyranno fight. So this is where bird would gain times. I'm at base mammal form, and we don't have any experience. And we're going to go a long time before we get experience, so we have to know when to use that green crystal a little bit more to get the most value out of it. Because, I'm going the wrong way. I forgot about this one. Okay, you guys just found out some story about the game that I actually don't know what they say because I've skipped that for like years. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, one of the mechanics that people don't know about this game is the R button. It's really cool. If you're at a stage that you've completed or done, you can hit R and you leave the stage. We use that a lot, several times in the actual speedrun, and it's great to get. And I didn't know about it as a kid. I just thought I had to go through it all. All right, this is pretty. You got these amphibians. This is a pretty simple stage. They expect you to go through this as a low-level mammal. Now here, these guys ramp up the pressure a little bit, so they kind of want you to have an evolution, but we haven't done it. But we can still hop on them. It's fun. If I jump from that one upper platform, I do hit the upper Triceratops. So. All right, this is actually kind of a difficult strat that I've had difficulty with in practice. We'll see if we get it. Gotta land. Oh, he didn't even spawn there. Where's that guy? That's the first time that's ever happened. There's usually one of those guys that spawns at the top. That has never happened before.
We had to get one of those in there, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's first time for me. Never had that happen. And that's actually for a good thing. Usually that's never happened before is a bad thing, but that was good. That was helpful. All right, this particular chapter is really strong on geography lessons. I'll show you. We'll see that in a minute. Did I get it? Not quite. So here, it's just a small jaunt down here, and then we're going to go a little bit east and go from Africa to Australia. It's very quick. You can do it in a day. Here usually we like dash jumping, but these guys spawn all up top, so we don't do that. All right. We know Australia here is very dry and, not much in it. And, exotic animals. And for all those who live in Australia, a little bit of tip. All you have to do is go a little bit southeast from Australia, and you end up at the North Pole. And watch out for the penguins at the North Pole. Oh, I got that jump. That's fantastic. Like Ellipsis mentioned, you get this, you get the momentum of the green crystal, and I got that bounce off, which is fantastic. That saves a good 4 or 5 seconds. All right, we're going to start doing our safety saves here, because we're going to use a green crystal to fight this boss.
And there's just barely enough time to do this boss strat with the green crystal.
We three brothers. And we're going into the reptile form. The reason for this is that he doesn't move when he bites. The mammoth is as surprised as anybody.
Probably never seen a mid-air evolution before.
Yeah. I missed it. That's bad. All right. This boss has gotten a lot easier over the years. It used to be really hard, but now it's easy. And we don't attack the female mammoths. And how do we know she's female? Well, she's got the bigger tusks. I don't know.
The transition there is really difficult because if the mammoth gets you, you're done. It's one of those things that just over time with practice can help, but even then you see that we still tend to safety save before that fight.
Yeah, if you give them a chance, they'll shoot these bubbles, and the bubbles will circle back around and break your combo while you're trying to do the bite.
And what is this? It's a spire. And of course, if you've read your history books, or your, paleontology books, you will find that there was a castle in the sky made by bird people. And bird knights wore, bird guards rode triceratops to guard their base. So accurate. I mean, I'm surprised they put the amount of care into looking up the history of the Earth. Okay, I use a strat that was designed, a long time ago using the rabbit ears evolution. I know Sky does a different, safer route through here. I despawned one of the Triceratops. That rarely happens. Man, this game has given me a lot of... That makes me worried for later in the run. Can you mention that other strat you guys do? Oh, of course.
Yeah, we do a
that.
strategy with the cat jaws, and then you farm a little bit and get the horse body here.
That was very unfortunate. I got that, like 90% of the time that guy swings left, and now he swung right and hit me. So I really want to bring this guy along with me. See if we're gonna make sure he does, so I don't have to deal with the other guy. All right, the downside with this particular evolution is that I have to grab this green crystal here so I can fight the boss. And there's a green crystal on the way that I have to grab while in the air. And I got.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so we had to play that a little bit safe. The actual boss here is actually still a little bit dangerous because I'm going to be going into the amphibian evolution, and he actually moves forward when he bites. It's harder, but it's quicker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Avoid the non-standard game over. Jeez, I almost went into fish. That would have been really bad.
Oh, he would have been so surprised.
All right, this is the harder way he went.
Yeah, so Sky and I do this as a mammal, which is easier. There's a kick lock that you'll see later. Darkwing doing it the hard way, but also the fast way.
It's a really
Very
good
nice.
fight. With the kick lock, we have to wait for the boss to move back and forth, so that is a much quicker strategy there. Much riskier, though, too.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right, oh man, got through the really difficult parts in the game. The rest of it's not nearly as bad, and that's a good place to split. Is right when explosions happen. All right, that explosion, for some reason, there was an ice block up here. That explosion apparently. Come on, dash. Oh. As you can see, I have difficulty moving on ice, as Guy mentioned. We'll show you, because I got to wait for this guy to, like, run. It just doesn't work. Okay, getting into our horse here. All right. Are we there, Yeti? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout. All right. Yeti's down.
And just a small optimization there. So he counted his hits so he could do the bite. It's going to spawn a meat that's going to be eaten pretty much immediately.
Be strong in my belly. And if you didn't know, she was, it was Mama Yeti giving her particular assets. They're giving her blue eyeshadow. Fortunately, she has the same weakness as her husband.
And this is the power of the kick. It has priority over pretty much anything the bosses try to do.
There's nothing that has more priority that I can find over any boss than kick. You can do it with the base creature and stun lock him. It takes, a long time since it does 1 damage. Yeah, the run can continue. All right, I'm happy.
All right, don't despawn.
Okay. Second saddest moment in gaming right here.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm the cause of it. Yay!
So I'm not sure what causes it. This game actually has a soft lock in this scene where the child will just keep walking, glitching out, and then keep walking, and that's it. The game will just glitch infinitely there.
I call it the infinite sorrow glitch.
Yep.
And it happens on both Japanese and American versions of this game.
It has been suggested to me that why not just kill the kid, but I found that to be a bit too nice. Let him suffer without parents.
Could grow up to be the Bat Yeti.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things about Chapter 5 is you don't have to go back down to zero experience with nothing attached. You have everything available to you. You have your mammal. If you chose one of the other routes, you could be a dino still or a bird. So early man, you don't have to really grind as much. It's kind of nice.
And it plays a trick on you at the very beginning of this chapter. You actually have to start going left. Who goes left in video games?
Yeah, there's a lot of screens that are running to the left in a row.
Nice.
The optimizations here are just like that, the movement tech.
Lucky squirrels.
So coming up, there's going to be another soft lock, because why not? 2 different kinds of soft locks at the end of the game. Darkwing cannot land on the land at the same time with the water transformation, because whenever you hop into water, you evolve. And if that evolution and land both happen at the same time, you soft lock at the other end of the screen.
I had a backwards jump, so if you haven't finished your T yet, make sure you start on that. So it's okay if I do quick dash jumps. I'm fine. But, I'm about, a little bit away from soft locking. There's another soft lock coming up later that is purely, player caused. Okay, now he's one of the biggest hopes in the game. We're going to try to get an auto bounce here. Jerks. It actually can save time if you land on the auto, so you don't have the forced water transformation. That's only happened to me once, so I was hoping to happen again, but no, it didn't happen. It's also a drink if I get an auto bounce, a regular auto bounce rather than the ideal one. Look at that alligator just fly up in the air. Now, one of the hardest screens I've ever had in this game is I've really struggled with grizzlies with this particular
They have
one.
surprising reach.
Yeah. More visual cues here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Who knew bears jumped like that? It was crazy. All right, we got a couple donations we can get off while we're going here.
Sure, we got a few just for you, Darkwing.
Oh, nice.
You got $100 from Edo Bean, who says, "Can I get that Mode 7 hair like Gaia?"
Oh, yeah, that would be fantastic.
But in
I
all-
would pay for that.
But in all seriousness, glad to see E.V.O at GDQ. Don't do anything silly like you've done before for other runs, DW.
Thanks, Edo. I'm going to have a talk with you later.
We have $50 from Herfa Durfa. Always love watching a Darkwing run. Well worth waking up early. Money goes to Runner's Choice. $20 from Anonymous. Good luck with the E.V.O run. One of my all-time favorite games. Thanks for doing this.
All right, so we're coming across one of these, a pretty scary area, actually. There is a really good way of going through it that, who found it? It wasn't Tina Hacks, it was, I can't remember who else it was, but a really good way to go through here. Here's where the soft lock's going to happen. Oh, I think I'm going to get it. Oh, we didn't get stare down. I was hoping that monkey would stay on there. We have a stare down. It's sad that we didn't get it. But you can soft lock here if you start the elevator animation and slide off the elevator. You're soft locked. You can't move. So that's something we want to avoid. And you see, I'm on the very beginning of the elevator, so it's really helpful in that regard to not soft lock the game. This spot right here is really tough. I still got hit. Oh. Take advantage of our... We have to evolve this main anyway. So that's a really good strat that... I'm not sure why he threw the boulder pretty short. But that's still a pretty quick way to go through. And we have the descendant of Yeti once again. I wonder if he's learned his lesson yet. Jerk. Oh! I've had problems with that. There we go. He still has the same weakness. They haven't learned over thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years of evolution. They haven't learned their lesson yet. Now they're extinct. The end. Oh, and one of the best things about this game, this will be the fourth time you might have seen it.
Oh, I am Gaia.
Thank you.
The game reminds you like 4 or 5 different times?
7, I think it is.
7?
7,
So in case
yeah.
you didn't read the first few times,
Yes.
the game just has to remind you.
I am Gaia. Greatly translated game. I imagine it's supposed to be "This is Gaia" because you don't know where this voice is coming from. So, but it's just fun. Now I've heard of seahorses, but this is kind of ridiculous. Are these guys going to boing? They did boing. All right, that's one drink for you. They boing. That counts. And if that wasn't enough, we got sharks on sharks firing lasers. There's the laser. It's not even a laser. It's like a harpoon laser. I'm going to boing, aren't I? Yeah. I just want to make sure you guys don't have a cold drink. Your tea or coffee, right? Because that's the only thing you do in these kind of drinking games at 7 o'clock in the morning. All right, there is a way to do this boss a little bit better, but I haven't learned it quite yet, so we're going to still do it the normal way here. All right, 7. So we want to avoid a non-standard game over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. We got the little bit of lag getting hit by that blind shot, but we're still okay. In the ocean, the enemy can't hear you kick. And I hope you guys like whale kisses. Whale kisses are a big thing in this game. So,
Those dolphins are the happiest sprites I've ever seen, I swear.
ooh yeah, smooch. Now these whales have willpower, and they're going to blow away the clouds in the on the African continent that we see there, and we'll be able to just go to that section now for some reason. Thanks, whales. Now this is a reminder of the castle I blew up.
That's what Stonehenge really is, actually.
Yeah. a monument to the bird people. And it also warps you. And it was also originally placed in South America. See, the things you learn in this game that the history books don't tell you. Oh, gee, that was a different spawn than I'm used to. All right. Oh, hey, I didn't know Spike Vegeta's in this game.
Oh.
I love you, Spike.
He learned how to fight from the Yetis.
Yep.
One thing I always enjoyed about this boss is, though, if you do get hit by him, you'll get this baseball animation, and you'll just get knocked right out of the stage. It's pretty funny.
Don't look at SGDQ 2011. Please don't. Why am I gripping up? I don't need those. Just go. Why am I always eating? Just go. All right, we're entering the final area. More elevators. I'm way ahead on experience because I grabbed an extra meat there for some reason because I was thinking about Spike. And now we've got Dino people. Okay. Thanks for letting us know that there are Dino people in the world.
And they know Kung Fu.
Yeah, we've got the Liu Kang ones that do the Liu Kang thing, or we've got the Ryu ones that do the Hadouken.
So we expect the final boss to be like a giant one of these, right? Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, what is going on? What am I doing? Let's see. Let's do the neck. I got to do these evolutions anyway, and I'm just kind of messing around for some reason. There we go. Oh, I wanted to bounce on him. Good gracious! We don't need that crystal. Okay. Now. All right, who wants to talk about the final boss? I know you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, I think I can do it. So the final boss is named Bulbox, and I think he's a very stiff challenge. So you'll see that there's a number of orbs inside there. He's going to produce those randomly, and you have to fight a boss that he ejects from himself.
Yes. He's like supposed to be the height of evolution.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
I
he
got
can-
some lag here.
He can really extend the length of your run.
Yes. Early. It's okay. I had the best ever Bullbox fight in my last practice run. I wasn't doing splits, so I can't see how actually good it was, but it was by far the best I've ever had. You have to do 80 damage to the I call it the extended glove there to get it to release another orb. And yeah, don't worry about where I'm biting. That's not a problem. Of course he doesn't like it. I wouldn't like it either.
That's very important that Darkwing gets back over to Bullbox as soon as possible. Otherwise, Bullbox will extend its neck, as I call it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be sad times here, especially here on the seal.
All right, this is probably the hardest of his creatures.
Oh boy, let's just do that.
It's very, very hard without kick.
Yeah, because this guy you can't bite lock. Come on.
And then Bulbox inserts himself into the situation.
Glad I got those down. Oh, I got it.
You got
All
it.
right, so we'll remove it anyway. Okay, now we should have him locked. That's too bad. My timing's off on the first hit. Go away, extendo glove.
Nice transition there on the bullbox appendage.
That was the hardest one, as was mentioned, so that's it's good to get out of the way without a death.
We just ignore that. That's a little baby lizard.
Yeah, there's 2 of these that aren't actually enemies for some reason. Gulping is a interesting mechanic that I actually use to my advantage in a couple places. Most people don't know about the gulp mechanic. It's X, so it's it's the button that generally gets used the least in most games. So. Now I eat you. Oh, jeez. Or not. I think I was a bit too fast. Okay, I didn't get the quick extendo glove. I was expecting to get hit there. And this is kind of like a Bushros, I suppose, but this isn't even the bird king. It's just one of the regular bird knights.
Oh, he's red, so that's new.
This guy has the lowest health, so I'm not going to get extendo glove here. Oh, I got to wait for that cycle. That sucks. That's a little bit of time. The jellyfish is actually kind of annoying, and I screwed it up already.
Big jellyfish.
Nice.
All right, we're getting close to time. He's not dead. We still have control, so.
We still need one more reminder that I am Gaia, though, before we can time.
Yeah. I am Gaia. Yeah, there we go. All right. And get ready for time. And run, run, pump those legs. Go, 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 go. Time.
Very nice.
Was it under 51?
Unfortunately, it was 51:06.
Oh, that's still pretty good. I'm happy with that. Oh, there's I am Gaia one more time. 51:06. That's not bad at all, given everything that went on with the Ray too. So Ray cost me about 40. Yeah, that's about a 50, low 50 run with eel. So, all right. Now these are the whispering things you saw all throughout the game. Yeah, they were not successful, and for some reason they lived for millions of years. So they know from the beginning to now. Now we got the worst part of the game. If you don't know that birds are jerks, okay, we're gonna show you right here. Even after the game is over, you're about to go off into who knows where. This bird comes out and says, we'll begin a new age. That bird takes credit for the entire game right there. And see, I'm just going off. I disappear into what? And the bird takes credit for everything. So even after birds are jerks. So the proof right there. And that's E.V.O. So, thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out and watching, donating, and getting all those. RBW and the Swede, and who did I miss? I think I missed a couple that I don't remember. E.V.O. Edo's got in. Congrats to you, Get Red, during the run. And thanks, everybody. This has been one of my better runs at a GDQ, so I'm very happy to have done that for you guys today. And thanks, Sky and Ellipsis, for coming out for Chaos Commentary. It was great. It was fun. It was soothing to have you guys here, so thank you.